Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Okay, step 5. Now, this is going to be a pain in the neck because it's all photo edge and it's all these little windows all the way around. Now, there's supposed to be glass to go in them. I don't think I'm going to put the glass in. I'm going to put the PE straight into the hole and I'll put the glass on the back when I finish spraying. I think that will be an easier option. And also we got the grab rails to go on the bow. Well, not grab rails, they're actually lashing rails, I think, aren't they? So I'm going to get them put on, and these couple of bits and all the PE, and then we'll come back and we'll have a little look, see what it looks like, and we'll move on to the next bit. Okay, we got the grab, well, I'll keep calling them when the camera focuses, the lashing rails along the front. I've got all the bits of PE in. There's loads of them. Loads when the camera decides. Come off the camera. Focus. They're all in. So, them bits all finished. This was another bit that was put in, and that's it. That's that section done. So I'm going to turn the camera down. Move that. So right. So all these bits have been done. Move on to the next bit. That was step 5. This is step 6. Now, step 6, there's not a great deal in step 6. Simple reason is I've already made the base, which the boat sat on, and all we've got to do is we've got to put 2 hatches on there and actually screw it down. Now, I've been looking at this and I'm getting a bit panicky now, because if we go on to step 7, as you can see, there's lots of parts, and I think they go over the screw holes. So the only screws that you can actually get to are 2 at the stern and the 1 at the bow. So that means I can't get in there to put the glass on. So it looks like I've thrown myself a curveball there. But really looking at it, I don't really think I need that glass on there. I'm just hoping it isn't going to cause problems for when I start building the superstructure on the top, because a lot of the glass I'd like to leave out before I get it sprayed. But we'll see. So I'm going to crack on, and I'm going to get all these parts on and turn it back over. But I shall get this bit done first, get it screwed down, and then we'll see what's what. Right, this is just a quick observation. I've put the 7 screws in. We've got 2 at the stern, then we've got 2 about 1/4, then 3/4, and we've got 1 at the bow. Now, it's pulled it all down nice, it's made it clip in, but to me it's still a little bit, because that will pop up. So, and it does it here as well, exactly the same. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run some Tamiya thin cement all the way around that lip, right the way around, just to hold that in place, because I just don't like that. I mean, it's individual choice, but me personally, I want to see that fixed down and being solid. I just thought I'd show you that. Okay, parts 6 and 7 have been done. I've run some Tamiya glue along this far edge, which strengthened it up. It's made it nice and snug, which I'm really pleased about. I'm happy about that, no problems at all. All the pieces have been put on, the hatches, the racks for the torpedo tubes, the end mounts. Issues with it? None at all. Well, the only issue I had was with these end ones. They've got like a little rebate on the edge here, and they sat just a little bit forward, and they sat on top of the rivets. Well, of course, that made it sit proud. Now, I was going to enlarge the hole, the two holes, but then I was worried about the actual hole appearing on the actual deck. So all I did, I put it in place, used me marking pen, marked either end, cut the pins off, sanded the bottom nice and flush, placed it in, lined it up, and then Tamiya thin, just ran round it. Job's a good one. But that was on both of them, both the same issue. It's where you actually drill through from the underside. I think if you just a little bit off, it just makes it that a little bit more difficult. But it was a little issue, but it's done. It's finished with. Moving on, they're all the bits that are done. That's all finished. We'll go back down to the destructions. The only thing I will say is parts, they mark up 67E. They're two little round caps that go on top of the screws. But they've got them marked down at 67E. They're not. They're E10. I mean, it was a part very easily located because 67 was a square part, and that was the only two little round parts on the sprue. So done, sorted, but I just thought I'd point that out for you. So this bit's been done. Turn the page. Part 7 all been done. All these bits are on, and we go now on to part 8, which is the start of the superstructure. So I will get all this cut off the sprues, and I shall get it all assembled, and then I shall come back to you and we'll have a little look and we'll carry on again. Alright, we've got this section 8 built and put together, as you can see, quite well detailed. I'll take you around to the front. It's not got no sides on it, but there you go. It's only dry fitted. I haven't glued that down yet. So we'll go back over down to the destructions again. So I've completed all this bit, number 8, and we're going to move on now to number 9. So we've got the gun turrets, I suppose they are, aren't they? You call them a turret, or what? I think you call them a turret. So I'm going to assemble these bits and get this bit all put together, and then I shall come back and let you have a little look, and we'll move on to the next bit. Section 9 has been completed, as you can see. I'll just try and gently move you around so you see. And to be honest with you, it's pretty well detailed. I'm really impressed. Excuse all the creaks and groans. To the side, and it looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. Only had one small bit of filling, and that was just down that seam on this side and a little bit on the other. That was it. The fit has been really good. That's dry fitted, so that will all go down. So I'm really happy with that. So that's section 9 done, and I'll bring you back over again. We'll have a quick look at the destructions. That's the camera focuses. So that was section 9. And we'll lift the camera up a little bit more. This is 10. So what I should do again is I'll make all these components up and fit them together, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, section 10 done, dry fitted in place. Section 10 I would say is the hatch towards the engine room, yeah, because the engines would be here and they're the air intakes, aren't they? No problems with it, all went together nicely. I've left it dry fitted because I want to get in to put the glass and that into the windows when I finish spraying. So that's all done. Issues? None. All went together nicely. No problems, no aggravation. So I shall do my famous trick and move you back down again to the destructions. So that's all 10 completed. 11, well, it's just showing you where to put the bits that you just made. So that's all done. So we can skip 11. And now we go on to number 12, which is just going to be quite a few bits and pieces. A little side plate, the actual back to the bridge, and just mainly, it is mainly just little bits and pieces which I shall get on with, and we'll have a look at that in a minute. Right, number 12 has been completed. It's not very much to see. There's just a little bit there, this other side being put in, and a little bit of PE that side, and and a handrail. That's that finished off, and in great fashion I'll bring you back down to the destructions. And there's one little thing, this little part here, it's marked up as 74E, and it goes just on the front of the bridge. Now, if you get, I'll find it, I'll bring you down a little bit closer. I don't know if you can see that, but that's got 74 on there. Yeah, you can just see it, 74. Now when I went to get that part 74, it weren't there. What you have to do, I've got another 74, and it's right down here, once it focuses. There we go. So we've got two 74s on the same sprue. So you find that first one, because it's natural, because you got 75 there, and 76, and 74 up there, but then they go and put another 74 down in the far corner. A little bit strange. Just thought I'd mention it because sometimes finding the small parts, if you can't find them, it gets quite annoying. Anyway, that's number 12 done. And now we shift on. I'm looking for some 13. At least this one we actually get to see some, because there's quite a big build going on here. So I am going to, I'm going to crack on with this, but before that, I start this, I'm going to have a little bit of a tidy up. So I'll be back in a little while. Right, step 13, done and complete, and is in situ. And this is the middle half. I have to do a small bit of filling just around this edge here. Nothing too horrific. I'm quite surprised actually. I've only had to do 2 bits of filling so far. I think that's about as far as I can get round. But that's all complete now. Just got to do a little bit of tidying up. Everything is still dry fitted, as I want to be spraying these bits all separate and then getting into it to get the glass, put the glass in. So that is all done, and it's starting to look, if I can bring you away a little bit, it's starting to look a bit more like a boat now. But it's not a ship, is it? It's too small to be a ship, so it's got to be a boat. Right. Now, in time-honoured fashion, I will bring you back down this way. Camera focus. Now, all these sections are done. That's section 13. Now, section 14, there was very, very little to do on it. There was just this little grab rail and this little PE part, which I've actually done. So 14's finished with now, and we move on to 15. Now, this is going to be, I'm not doing no more. I'm not doing 15 on this update because I'm up to me time. I want to do about 15 minutes on each update, and I think I'm about 15-16 minutes now. So this will be on to the next update, which will be number 3. But what I will say is I'm not too sure about the ammunition boxes that go on the back here. I don't know if I'm going to have them open or closed, because I'm still not decided if I'm going to do a diorama for this. I am thinking about some piers and other bits and pieces, but you're going to have to watch this space because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. So that's the end of this update. I'm going to say thank you for sitting through all the boring bits, and we'll start the new one with this section here, section 15. So thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next update.
Shall we begin?